Hello, dear students. Here is your teacher, Professor Nirmal Kumar Swain. Welcome to this lecture series, especially for the PhD, doctoral students. If you remember, in our previous modules, we have covered many things, including the synopsis making. So the content structure we have discussed, the content we have discussed introduction, what you are supposed to write in that. Then we have statements of problem, then what again you are supposed to write, and how do you find the difference between the introduction part and the statement of problem. Then I say it was literature review or review of related literature, and immediate preceding module is about review literature. Literature review. In that we largely discuss about what kind of literature, from which sources you are supposed to pick up or consult, and literature. Then little bit continuing with the review of literature part. As I told you, the synopsis is about 10 to 12 pages. Largely it is, my focus is on for social science students. Then review of literature, then I rather suggested the students you take literature of varieties like books, largely journal articles. Then depending upon what kind of scholarship the student is having, or if it is from social science or from humanities background, so accordingly. One aspect I would like to add here is that citations. The students, whatever I am sharing with you on the basis of for last my experience with my PhD students, the way they used to inquire before making synopsis. They say, should we, what about the citation, nature of citations and amount of cited literature in a synopsis? Because the citation has a greater role to be played in research writing, especially while writing the final PhD thesis. But at this context, we do need citations also. So remember what kind of citations. Don't mention citations, generalized citation. Don't mention generalized citations. Although in my 10 modules, one of the modules would be in future on citations. So don't generalize, because you are not supposed to write a thesis here. This is a synopsis, this is a blueprint, or this is a your roadmap for doing research. So in your argument, what exactly you want to do, or some kind of works have already been conducted. So what is the missing link, or what your probable project? So accordingly you may bring citations. Citation don't bring even the large cited matter. So maybe in a sentence or two like this. So you may cite. And another one is that like literature review, suppose you have included 10 to 12 or 15, 20, whatever amount of reviewed literature in your synopsis. Will it be cited or not? So it depends upon you what kind of writing style or language vocabulary a particular student is having. So accordingly, whether you cite or not. But I rather would suggest you do provide the source detail in the list, I mean reference or work cited, whatever you like. Okay, even if you don't cite in the text, okay, but please, but there are formulas also, even if you don't cite, in paraphrasing also, probably you don't know what is paraphrasing, so we'll come to you in some other modules. So even if you cited 10 or 12 or 20 literature, please do give in the list of references the source details, rather I would say, because there was some kind of importance of those literature reviewed in your synopsis, especially for your PhD work, and the evaluators or the panelists while presenting for approval, so they need to look at what kind of literature, the source, from which sources you have taken. So rather I would say what probably I conveyed, what exactly I want to convey. So please do mention the source list in the reference or work cited, whatever you call, the literature reviewed in your synopsis. That is what. Okay, this synopsis is over. Synopsis is over. Then review part is over. Okay, so review part is over. This was in continuation with your previous lecture. Okay, so